The arena roared with life, a cacophony of alien voices blending into a deafening symphony of anticipation. Lights flickered across the vast expanse of the Colosseum, illuminating countless faces, reptilian, insectoid, crystalline, and forms that defied earthly description. Above them, the sky was a swirling canvas of the gas giant that the arena orbited, its turbulent storms casting eerie hues of green and violet across the battlefield below. In the heart of the arena, standing alone on the blood-streaked floor, was a human. His name was Elias Vance, once a soldier on Earth, now a gladiator known across the stars. Clad in armor pieced together from the remains of fallen foes, each fragment a testament to a hard-fought victory, he gripped a spear, a crude weapon, but one that had seen him through countless battles. Elias was no ordinary gladiator. He was human, a species underestimated by the galaxy. To the enslaved species watching from the shadows, he was a symbol. To his captors, he was an anomaly, fragile yet unyielding, unpredictable in a way that no algorithm or strategy could anticipate. His opponent tonight was a beast from the far reaches of the Andar cluster, a towering creature with 6 limbs, each ending in talons sharp enough to cleave metal. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and its breath was a mist of acidic vapor. It had never lost. The crowd loved it for its brutality, for the spectacle of its dominance. Elias tightened his grip on the spear. He had studied this creature, not with the cold precision of data, but with the intuition that had kept him alive through war and captivity. He knew its movements, its strengths, and more importantly, its weaknesses. The arena's overseer, a towering insectoid with eyes like polished obsidian, raised a clawed hand. The crowd fell silent. The fight began. The beast lunged, a blur of muscle and malice, its talons slicing through the air. Elias sidestepped, barely avoiding the strike, and drove his spear toward the creature's exposed flank. The weapon glanced off its armored hide, but he had not aimed to wound. He aimed to learn. The beast was fast, but not as fast as fear had suggested. The fight became a dance, a brutal ballet of attack and evasion. Elias moved with a fluidity that belied his human form, his every action calculated yet instinctive. He was not the strongest, nor the fastest, but he was relentless. Where others would have faltered, he pressed on, his mind a storm of strategy and survival. The beast's attacks grew more frenzied, each miss driving it into a deeper rage. The crowd roared with excitement, but Elias heard only the rhythm of the fight, the pulse of opportunity. He feigned a stumble, drawing the creature in. It lunged, overextending itself, and in that moment of imbalance, Elias struck. The spear pierced the beast's side, finding the gap between plates of natural armor. It howled, a sound that echoed across the arena, and collapsed to the ground. The crowd fell silent, stunned by the impossible. The human had won. Elias stood over his fallen foe, chest heaving with exertion, eyes scanning the crowd. He raised his spear, not in victory, but in defiance.
He was not here to entertain.
He was here for freedom, not just his own, but for all those who had been stolen from their worlds and forced into servitude. Behind the scenes, the enslaved watched with hope. Elias's victories were more than just battles, they were messages. He was a spark, a catalyst for rebellion, and they waited for the moment when the spark would ignite into a flame that no force could extinguish. The overseer approached, its black eyes unreadable. "You have won again, human. But how long can you survive?" Elias met its gaze unflinching. "Long enough." The overseer hissed, a sound of amusement or frustration, and turned away. The next fight would be harder, the opponent deadlier. But Elias welcomed the challenge. Each victory brought him closer to his goal, a revolution that would shatter the chains binding the galaxy. In the depths of the arena, whispers spread among the enslaved. The human had won again, and with each victory, the legend of Elias Vance grew. He was not just a gladiator. He was hope.